Welcome to the Lion's Den Podcast Network, powered by Stark Roofing. With over 45 years of experience in the roofing and exteriors industry, Stark Roofing is a local, family-owned and operated company that provides excellent customer service and workmanship. Let's Start Roofing. Bring your home back to life. You can give them a call at 636-671-0045 and tell them Spanky sent you. Stark Roofing, proud title sponsor of the Lion's Den Podcast Network and this amazing podcast presentation.
When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.
All Detroit has a cancer. The cancer is crime.
We need a self-sufficient law enforcement robot.
How long will it take?
We can go to prototype within 90 days.
Where are you from?
Metro South.
Welcome to hell.
All units, sector 9.
Dead or alive, you're coming with me.
You're gonna be a bad mother.
Man.
This guy is really good.
Half machine.
RoboCop. What is he?
He's a cyborg, you idiot.
All hero.
What are your prime directives?
Protect the innocent. Let the woman go, or there will be trouble. Uphold the law. You are under arrest.
What is this shit?
Justice gets an upgrade.
Looking for me? Your move, creep.
RoboCop.
Thank you for your cooperation. Good night.
Welcome, everybody, to the Back to the Past podcast. On this episode, we are going to be talking about RoboCop all the way back to 1987. This is Kevin, and I am joined by
Justin
and
Brad.
And first off, I would like to thank Stark Roofing and AllStar Fence STL for being our title and studio sponsors, as well as Mike Jones of the Lion's Den Podcast Network, along with our many other sponsors, which you'll hear a little bit more from after a while. For all things Back to the Past podcast related, please visit our website at backtothepastpodcast.com. There you can provide feedback, suggest episode topics, support our sponsors, and order your very own shirt and much more. Ratings and reviews are always appreciated, and we do appreciate you spreading the word about the podcast. So as mentioned, we are talking about RoboCop, starring Peter Weller, Alex Murphy. Yeah. What was your guys' first experience with RoboCop? Do you remember first time seeing it? Or
I was pretty young watching it with my cousin. He was a little older than me.
Okay.
A couple of years.
It must have been on one of the movie channels that my dad was watching, because he loved action movies, and the more violent the better, and
this one fit both.
This fits the bill.
Yeah.
But I also more clearly remember the toys.
Okay, that's fair.
That whole RoboCop Terminator thing.
Funny
in
how
the early 90s.
So many rated R ones had some pretty good toy lines.
Yeah.
I would imagine I probably saw this on VHS. That'd probably be my first experience with it. I know I didn't see it in theater. So
I know I didn't. I wasn't alive.
No, definitely. I've probably only seen this 2, maybe 3 times.
I've seen bits and pieces of it so many times, because it used to be on TV all the time.
Yeah.
So I remember, but I never saw the first 2 enough to know the difference between them. So I didn't know which was which. turns out one he's gray, one he's blue. That's an easy way to find out.
There you go.
But but sitting down to watch it entirely only a couple of times.
Mm-hmm. It's like going back and rewatching it for this episode. I was thinking, I don't remember this part. Don't remember this part.
Yep, there were a few fuzzy
I remember
scenes.
this. Yeah,
Yeah. There's a couple that's really stand out, but there's others that I'm like, I don't remember what happens here.
Mm-hmm.
But it's definitely a classic, and it's very highly regarded, like rating wise, than I expected it to be. Whenever I was digging into Rotten Tomatoes and Metacritic, I'm like, oh, really?
There's a lot of depth to it if you want to see it.
Yes.
If you don't want to see it in just one surface level, you'll be entertained, but it's definitely deeper than just a regular action movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I do like how they incorporated all the like news video clips, they kind of in commercials, and just like pulling you in and out and in and out, and
setting up that world.
Yes.
Because a lot of it is just world building, but it's such a wonderful satire on just an overblown extreme of capitalism.
God.
Yeah, it definitely has its like corporate overreach moments.
Oh gosh,
yes.
yeah.
That,
and political.
Oh, yes.
Might hit a little stronger today than when it came out.
Oh, yeah. Because, I mean, when I saw that scene, it's like the first, like the news clip, and then went to a commercial with the doctor. The sponsorships on the artificial heart just cracked me up. But then I thought about it, and I thought, nowadays, that wouldn't be completely out of reality.
Right.
In the 80s, sure, that's silly and extreme, but now, I mean, everything's sponsored now.
Yes.
Did you fart today? Put Yamaha on it. Like,
yes.
I mean, because there were a number of companies on the heart, and that was one of them, but I can't remember who the other ones were.
Right. Yeah, there's a bunch of them listed. So released on July the 17th, 1987, filming began on August 6th of 1986. Rated R after 12 submissions to the Motion Picture Association before the film got down to that R rating, because there was a lot of gratuitous violent scenes that they had to keep trimming and resubmitting and I got it down to an hour and 42 minutes.
And just think, in a few years, it would have been no problem getting it through.
Right.
This would be nothing.
In a few years, Society comes out.
Oh, yeah. That's only like 2 years later. Oh, boy.
With a budget that grew to $13.7 million, they made $8 million on the opening weekend. It was actually the number one film that opening weekend, and I believe the second weekend as well. It was number one 2 weeks in a row. On its way to about $53.4 million worldwide. It was actually the 14th highest grossing film of 1987. And VHS and Laserdisc, for those of you olds, Laserdisc rentals earned around $24 million in revenue. Now, I don't remember Laserdisc rentals being a thing, but I'm sure they were. We didn't have a Laserdisc player, so...
No.
Well, and just for clarification, it looks like VHS and Laserdisc rentals.
Yeah, it was both.
But yeah, I definitely don't remember seeing Laserdisc in the old family video.
No. But yeah, I'm sure VHS rentals on this were just crazy.
I bet the sales on it were pretty high, too.
Yeah. So as mentioned, this was quite a surprise. Rotten Tomatoes, 92 critic and an 84 audience. That shocked me.
I'm actually not shocked. Just like, you can say what you want about the Laserdisc days, but once it hit DVD, the Criterion releases, there's a reason they picked this movie.
Yeah.
There are some of their early ones that I do kind of question. Not many, but yeah, this There's a reason this one got a nice release.
Metacritic has it at a 70 critic and an 8.2 audience. Roger Ebert gave it a 3 out of 4 stars with a quote of, "It is an outstanding movie on many levels."
But he only gave it a 3 out of 4.
Yes.
That's high praise for just a 3 out of 4.
Yes. Some awards: Special Achievement for the Best Sound Editing at the 60th Academy Awards. Was also nominated for Best Sound and Best Film Editing Academy Awards, but lost both to The Last Emperor.
Another Criterion.
Yes. So as mentioned, it does have a Criterion Collection release with Spine number 23, which I thankfully got to see because Justin owns one.
I do.
That includes the unrated director's cut with scenes that were cut out to avoid an X rating due to excessively violent shots.
Oh.
Yeah, and by extended, it's like a minute longer. I mean, whenever they say shots, I mean, it's literally just extended shots.
Right.
An extra second here or there. Yeah.
Yeah, because I believe the runtime on your disc over there is 143.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, you do see lots of blood. It was
There's quite a bit, yeah.
It is.
And Entertainment Weekly had it ranked as the number 14 greatest action film of all time.
Not bad from a character who can saunter at full speed.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, he does saunter, doesn't he?
There's one scene where he's moving kind of quickly, and that was to avoid the van near the end.
Yeah.
But he still ain't running.
No. No, we'll get into why.
Yeah.
A little bit later. So this is the first American film directed by Paul Verhoeven, who's Dutch, I believe, who also appears as a dancer in the disco scene.
And it wouldn't surprise anyone to know that he also directed Starship Troopers.
Yes.
Ah.
And didn't he also do Total Recall?
Yes.
Oh.
Yep.
So a lot of similarities.
Yeah.
You'll hear Total Recall a few times probably in this episode. Written by Edward Neumeier,
Who also wrote Starship Troopers.
See, it's a little pattern. And Michael Miner. As mentioned, stars Peter Weller as Alex Murphy and RoboCop. Nancy Allen is Ann Lewis. And both Weller and Allen share the same birthday of June 24th, but Weller is 3 years older.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah. Ooh, I'm going to butcher this name.
Dan O'Hurley.
There you go. Plays the old man and chief executive of OCP, which is Omni Consumer Products. And he was also in The Last Starfighter and Halloween 3.
Ah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's why I look familiar.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Then we have Ronnie Cox as Dick Jones, the senior president of OCP. Miguel Ferrer is Bob Morton, who was in 115 episodes of NCIS Los
Jesus
Angeles.
Christ. And I could be wrong, but I want to say like he died while playing that role.
Yeah, he passed away within the last so many years.
Yeah. He's done a lot of stuff. He's got one of those faces that you're like, I've seen him in something.
Yeah. Well, yeah, 115 episodes of NCIS Los Angeles.
Oh, there was another show he did before then that I want to say had like 60, 70 episodes of that one too.
So, yeah, he had a decent little career there.
Oh, he definitely had a nice little career.
And he described RoboCop as the best summer of his life.
That's interesting because I gather it wasn't for Paul and Peter.
No.
I gather they didn't get along much.
Yeah. We'll get into that as well.
But everyone else had a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most everyone, I'm sure.
Most everyone else.
Then we have an interesting name, Kurtwood Smith.
2 last names.
A name you might not be familiar with, but you definitely know his face.
Oh, yes.
He plays Clarence Boddicker. He was also in That 70s Show as the dad. He's also been in a lot of other things, too.
Stuff.
Yeah. Calvin Young is Steve Min. So these are his gang. Paul McCrane is Emil Antonowski, who was in 126 episodes of ER.
Isn't he the one that had the helicopter fall on him that killed off his character?
That's a good question.
Because
wife watched ER and I didn't.
I didn't either, but I remember like nobody liked him because he was kind of a jerk on the show. And then just when he started coming around, like the helicopter fell on him.
That's usually how it goes.
Yeah.
You start redeeming yourself and you die.
Right. I always think because he was in From the Earth to the Moon as Pete Conrad.
Okay.
So anytime I see him, I'm like, he's the guy that was in the space show. Even though he's only in one episode, but he's the guy from the space show.
There you go. We have Ray Wise, Leon Nash, who currently has 259 acting credits to his name.
He's another one. He's got that face. Like, you've seen him in something. Because he's done a ton of stuff.
Jesse D. Goins plays Joe Cox. That's C-O-X for those at home.
For those taking notes.
Yes. Robert Doquey is Sergeant Warren Reed. I mean, he doesn't get a lot of screen time, but you can tell he's an angry character.
Oh, yeah. And he's like in all of them, and he's that same angry...
Yes.
I mean, it's like he's overworked, underpaid, got a lot to deal with, and he portrays it so well.
Right. Bottle of whiskey in the drawer.
Right, yeah.
At least. We have Felton Perry is Donald Johnson, who is an OCP employee. Kevin Page is an OCP executive, Mr. Kinney, who was killed by ED 209 in the conference room.
Oops.
This was not his best summer.
No.
He didn't care for that. Del Zamora is Kaplan. Rick Lieberman is Walker. Lee Dubrow, Sal. Mark Carlton, Miller. Edward Edwards.
That just sounds made up.
It definitely sounds made up, and it definitely sounds like, what were your parents thinking?
Yeah.
I mean,
they got made fun of in school.
Oh, that's trolling, right? Your parents are trolling you.
Yeah.
Right. You didn't really want me, did you? He plays Manson. And we have Donna Keegan, who plays the female rape victim. And then William Shockley is the creep who is attempting to rape Donna. And he's the creep shot in the crotch.
What a great scene.
Yes. And we have Angie Bowling playing Murphy's wife. Jason Levine is Murphy's son. The man that is very familiar from this movie and is in memes upon memes just from that same clip.
Mm-hmm.
S.D. Nemeth is Bigsby Snyder. I'd buy that for $1.
Probably the most quoted line from the movie.
Oh, gosh, yeah. And he was also in RoboCop 3.
The one that killed the franchise.
Yes. Then we have Jess Perkins is one of the news anchors. That is played by Lisa Gibbons. We have Casey Wong, the other news anchor, is played by Mario Machado. And then the two bitches of Bob Morton is Tawny. She's the brunette. That is Adrienne Sachs, S-A-C-H-S, who was Miss Brazil in 1986 and has been on the cover of over 500 romance novels.
Wow.
Whoa.
Now, of the two, she was the pretty one. I didn't care for Chandra, who was played by Diane Robin, who wants to know if Bob's going to call her. Are you going to call me?
See if I get through this alive first.
Right.
Yeah.
Then we have ED-209, which is Enforcement Droid 209, not Erectile Dysfunction 209, is voiced by John Davidson, Davidson? I may have misspelled that. Who is listed as the executive producer on the film. Then we have Christopher Roth is the man in the 6,000 Sucks commercial, SUX, who's uncredited.
I do enjoy the 6,000 SUX commercials.
Yeah. And Harry Johnson is which is a hell of a name there, is the dad in the Nukem game commercial, who is also uncredited. Yeah,
also those sounds made up.
Yeah, those commercials are really good. I like those. So some of the other casting choices, of course, with Murphy and RoboCop being the lead character, we have such famous names such as Rutger Hauer, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Michael Ironside, Tom Berenger, Armand Assante, Keith Carradine, and James Remar. Now, Howard didn't get it because he was being a little too large to fit into the costume. Kind of same with Schwarzenegger, who was
if Howard didn't fit, Schwarzenegger didn't have a chance.
Yeah, who was somewhat fresh off of Terminator. He was also deemed too bulky for the suit and was thought that he would resemble the Michelin Man or Pillsbury Doughboy. But Arnold still wanted to work with Verhoeven after the success of RoboCop.
Oh, foreshadowing for Total Recall.
Exactly, like we said. You're going to hear it a few times.
I'm putting the pieces together now.
There we go. So Michael Ironside, it was decided that he also would be too big for the suit and reportedly wanted a script rewrite so that RoboCop would have a harem. I'm like, why would RoboCop have a harem?
That makes no sense.
0 cents. So for the character of Anne Lewis, the only other name that I could find as a potential casting option was Stephanie Zimbalist, who was originally cast for the role, but she had to do more episodes of Remington Steele, so she had to turn it down. Now, apparently Remington Steele had been canceled, which is why she was originally cast, but then they decided, no, we're going to do so many more episodes, so she's like, okay, I got to go do Remington Steele.
Yeah, that would check out.
Yeah.
Because Pierce Brosnan was originally supposed to take over Bond around the same time, but then it got picked up again, so he couldn't do Bond for, God, another 8-9 years?
Yeah. But he still got his run.
He still got there.
And other names mentioned for Clarence Boddicker, Robert Picardo.
Oh, I would have loved to have seen Robert Picardo do this.
Mm-hmm. And also Michael Ironside. He did not want to be involved with another special effect-laden film or play a psychopath after his role in Extreme Prejudice.
Well, so many years later, he shows up in Turbo Kid, and he's a psychopath, and it's a special effect-heavy film.
And this one surprised me that Howard Stern was actually offered an unspecified role, but thought the idea was stupid. He ended up later praising the finished film.
Maybe in a commercial? Or
that's my only thought.
Yeah. Or
I don't know.
Part of the news clips, news crew, something. Yeah. Some kind of broadcast person.
Or even possibly do radio clips.
Yeah.
Even though they didn't really have any of that, but maybe do a radio clip with them.
Yeah, some kind of voiceover work.
Yeah.
I don't know. Was there anybody else that you can think of that might have been good for the role of, or any of these characters?
I mean, you definitely touched on Arnold Schwarzenegger. I was curious because it's like classic fit, but clearly not in this case.
Not physically.
Yes.
It almost would have been, I mean, for me with Schwarzenegger, I think it would have been too soon after Terminator.
Yeah.
To do something like this.
Yeah. I
mean, you got to do Terminator 2 first. You got to stay with that IP before you jump into an eventual big IP like that.
Also, they probably would have had to do like body paint on him.
And it's like, I mean, they could have done so many different people that could have been Ann Lewis, people that could have been Clarence Boddicker.
I would have liked to see what Stephanie would have done in Ann Lewis's role.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing against her, but I always thought she was a bit miscast in this movie.
Yeah, it seems like a throwaway performance.
She seems too sweet and innocent for that role.
Right, to play a police officer in that version of Detroit.
Yeah, because she's supposed to be really gruff and takes no nonsense, and she just... Like, there's some people who can play against type, but I don't know that she, for me at least, she never really fit that role very well.
No. Yeah, not that I can really think. But, yeah, they could have found any sort of women that could have probably played that role.
But Robert Picardo sure can play a strange weirdo. So having him... Now that Kurtwood Smith isn't amazing in this role.
Oh, he does a great job.
He is incredible. But I would have liked to have seen Robert Picardo.
Now, what would people possibly know him from?
Gremlins 2.
Okay.
I think of him most as the Doctor from Star Trek Voyager.
Okay.
Been bald most of his career. Or should I say, male pattern baldness.
Okay.
In fact, he just popped up recently in one of the new Star Trek shows. He just can't escape.
He stayed in the universe.
I guess.
What about John Lithgow for staying with the male pattern bald guys?
You know, he might have... He can play a strange one, too.
Yeah.
He plays a strange one in Dexter.
Plays a strange one in Third Rock from the Sun.
Yeah.
just a little different strange one.
So I played Harry and the Hendersons for Josh the other night.
Oh, I haven't thought of that in a long time.
I hadn't either. I'm like, well, I've only seen it once, and it's been 30 years probably. And looking at it, you're like, wow.
Yeah. It's not one must talk about these days.
No, definitely not. And it's interesting. I was like, man, I forgot all about how weird this is.
Yeah. Like it almost like starts out a little like creepy, like, oh, a monster, oh.
Yeah.
And then it gets silly fast.
Very, very fast. All right. We are going to go ahead and take our quick commercial break to have a listen to our wonderful sponsors, and we will be right back.
When you think of the Pasta House Company in High Ridge, do you think of their famous Pasta House salad? Maybe you think of their golden toasted rab, or maybe you think about getting together with your entire family to just enjoy an affordable lunch or dinner. Well, we don't think, we know. The Pasta House Company in High Ridge has been doing it since 1983, and we know you can dine in or carry out. Just call 636-677-2711. You can also order online at pastahouse.com, or you can just walk in and have a delicious taste of Italy with the comfort of being right at home. Don't forget to mention Spanky sent you for $5 off your bill. Now imagine the possibilities when you stop by the Pasta House Company in High Ridge. Turner Tree Specialist is a group of third-generation arborists dedicated to proper tree care and maintaining the greater St. Louis and Jefferson County urban forest one tree at a time. With their combined knowledge, expertise, and experience in tree pruning, tree removals, cabling and bracing, plant health care, stump grinding, and emergency storm damage, they always leave a job with the customer not only satisfied, but getting that peace of mind all your concerns have been met. Don't just call any old tree doctor. Get the tree gurus at Turner Tree Specialist, 315 314-422-2404 or find proof of their stellar work on Facebook at Turner Tree Specialist. Granite Pros Custom Countertops and more will take care of all your countertop needs inside and out. They specialize in granite, quartz, and quartzite. Kitchens, bathrooms, outdoor grills, interior design applications. They are tops in granite inside or out. Give them a call. 636-275-2840. Find out about the home improvement you've been dreaming of and how it can become a reality. That's with Granite Pros Custom Countertops and more. Find them on Facebook at Granite Pros LLC today. Are you ready for some candid photos? Are you ready for some joyful photos? Are you ready for some vibrant photos? Well, Terry Ann Photography is what you want then. Custom photography specializing in maternity, newborns, families, and high school seniors. You can't be you without being you. Fun, entertaining photo sessions on location with Terry Ann Photography. Call now and book your session today. 314-608-2137. Or you can email at terryannphotography.com. Also, don't forget to check out some of her awesome work on Facebook, Terry Ann Photography.
All right, folks, we are back, and it's time to move into our fun facts and trivia. Now, this list seemed to go on, and I did not include every little bit of things that I could find.
There's a lot to find.
There is, and again, keep in mind, this is the first of 3 films. There's cartoons, there's video games, there's toys, there's so much. Yes, so much to this. It's kind of mind-boggling.
Yeah, it had quite the legs. And a remake, too.
Oh, yeah.
No one else remembers.
So RoboCop's prime directives. You know, there's mainly 3 that you know of, but there was a 4th, and then if you really dig into the lore, there's like hundreds. And I was like, okay, we're just going with a couple.
Yeah, we'll stick with the easy ones.
So the first one was to serve the public trust. This one apparently came from a fortune cookie. That's where they came up with that for this film. The second is protect the innocent. Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Third is uphold the law. Makes sense. He's a cop. He's RoboCop.
Mm-hmm.
The fourth, which you learn about there towards the end, is any attempt to arrest a senior officer of OCP results in shutdown.
Like, they only tease it early.
Yeah.
They just say it's confidential.
Yes.
And then later on, it's...
Yes. And it was a Dick Jones contribution to essentially grant him absolute immunity to punishment for illegal activities. It's funny how after Jones was fired by the old man in that scene, the directive was then deactivated, which led to the death of Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Nice little touch.
Yes. I do like how you even mentioned it earlier before we started recording that after the old man fires Jones, RoboCop says thank you. He's a polite gentleman.
He's a very polite cyborg.
Yes. And a couple of the primary taglines for RoboCop is dead or alive, you're coming with me.
Great line.
Yes. And your move, creep. No. That was good. I like those. So I thought it was kind of interesting that the script was rejected repeatedly and that it was submitted everywhere that it was submitted since it was conceived back in the early 80s until Orion Pictures took a chance on it.
It definitely had some legs for a while before they got actually started. I mean, just try to do a elevator pitch with, we're going to have a robot. It's going to be a guy, but he's not really a robot. He's a cyborg, but he's a cop. And
Yeah, he gets killed and he's a robot and
yeah.
He sees this and yeah. So Neumeier had a dream of writing a screenplay about a RoboCop, not like a sleeping dream, about a RoboCop, and saw his chance to do so after being made an executive following the success of Risky Business that was based on his script. Upon connecting with Michael Miner, who was working on a script about a human cop becoming a robot, they joined forces. Neumeier lied to the company, saying that his grandfather died so that he could take 10 days off to start writing his script, and he reportedly still felt guilty years later because the studio actually sent him flowers to recognize his loss of his grandfather.
Oops.
Yeah. And he said that he came up with the RoboCop idea after helping out on the set of Blade Runner.
Blade Runner, the gift that keeps giving.
Yes. And it was Verhoeven's wife who actually persuaded him to take on this project since he did not like the screenplay initially. She convinced him that there was more to the story than just science fiction, with a lot of smart satire and a universal story about finding his lost identity.
I would agree.
Yeah. And I do think it's kind of funny in a way that even though the film is set in Detroit, the only time that you see the city is in the initial opening flyover clip.
Sounds like a very common 80s.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. We're going to have some establishing shots from a helicopter and then film the rest completely somewhere else.
Yes. And in this instance, that somewhere else was Dallas and Las Colinas, Texas, in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and in various spots of California.
Yes, in Dallas, the what is it? The OCP headquarters, like that is an actual building in Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
But just like the bottom,
just
part,
the bottom
right?
part.
Yeah,
the top part is like a matte painting.
Yeah, which there's a decent amount of matte paintings.
Yeah,
in this, so you like the ones they use in Star Wars, where they have the little section that moves, that's filmed, and then they show it through the glass or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Still looks good.
I love matte paintings.
Yeah,
I think they look great. What a weird looking building, though.
Oh yeah, very brutalistic.
Very. I'm one of like 6 people that love that style.
Oh no, I absolutely love it. It's
there's 2.
Yep. So
it just screams, late 70s, early 80s, like sci-fi-ish to me.
We are the 2 of the 6. How do you feel, Kevin?
I'm indifferent.
Okay, so 2.5 out of 6.
There you go. Verhoeven and Weller reportedly had a very tense relationship during the majority of production, I would say. And this was due to the RoboCop costume arriving late in production and was very hot. Well, Weller also did not like several lines of the screenplay, often refusing to say them as scripted. The studio actually fired Weller for a period of time and offered the role to Lance Henriksen, since he had experience playing a robot in Aliens, and even was considered for the lead role in The Terminator. And Henriksen turned it down due to schedule conflicts that he had, so Gary Combs, who was the stunt coordinator, actually played the role for a few days. Weller agreed to be more cooperative and came back, and he and Verhoeven made up. Verhoeven later even took the blame for the issues, since he and Neumeier were largely responsible for the costume's delay. Verhoeven admitted that he had had an antagonistic style of directing that seemed to always be tolerated over in the Netherlands, where he was from, but didn't really play as well in the United States, so he changed his approach in later American films. Weller admitted that it was the first time that he considered getting into a physical fight with a director.
So good times were had by all.
Yeah. I mean, Weller's what, like 5'10"? I mean, he's not a super
huge.
large guy.
No.
He's not like Arnold Schwarzenegger style. But.
No. I have heard stories of similar directors that like they do this on purpose to try to get a reaction or get Stanley Kubrick on The Shining.
Right.
Like
Hello, Shelley Duvall.
I mean, like they try to get something out, so they tend to act certain ways that they might not in their ordinary life. But in this, I don't see the reason for it.
Right.
I mean, I know it's a style, but in Europe, things are slightly different, so maybe whatever he was doing worked over there, but here, that's not going to work on all sets.
We're a little bit more delicate over here.
Delicate little flower.
Stop yelling at me.
Yeah. Well, can't we all just get along?
And Verhoeven and Bottin, which you'll hear a lot about him, also clashed before and during production over the design and makeup of RoboCop, with them even closely coming to physical fighting as well. Bottin refused to talk to Verhoeven during production, but they instantly forgave each other after seeing the scene where Murphy takes off his helmet, which they had fought about, and they had seen that at the premiere. They're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it worked out.
That's good, yeah.
Bottin had said that he would refuse to work with Verhoeven again, but he happily accepted the opportunity to work with him on
Total Recall.
Total Recall. Oh boy, oh boy. So we'll get into some things about Peter Weller.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Yes. Who did not do RoboCop 3.
No.
But has since voiced him in various video games and
yeah,
things.
like the newest one.
Yeah.
I was surprised.
Even Mortal Kombat 11.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah, DLC character.
Yep. So with Peter Weller being a method actor. Which,
oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, so for those who may not know, a method actor is somebody that really takes the role serious and they just become that person, a.k.a. Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah.
As Lincoln, or Daniel Day-Lewis's every character.
Yeah. Or Jim Carrey in Man on the Moon.
Oh, gosh, yes.
Which is one of the more legendary incidents.
Yes.
I know Jack Nicholson sometimes will dabble with it.
Yes. And it's really to try to find that right portrayal of the character.
Yeah. How can I act as a character unless I become that character? So, like, to the point that they want to be referred to as the character's name in between filming.
Yes. Right. When the cameras aren't rolling, you're still calling me Robo.
Yeah. It's...
or Murphy.
So he's like LARPing in real life the whole time.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they say that Daniel Day-Lewis would go to coffee shops or restaurant during the filming of the Lincoln movie and was still in Lincoln mode.
Mm-hmm.
Still trying to keep up the voice and the mannerisms. And now, to me, that would be cool. I would like to have seen that in person.
I would like to see it, but...
You just want to shake Lincoln's hand.
Well, it'd probably be the closest way to do it.
Yeah. But at the same time, if I'm on the crew...
Oh, my God.
You're having these insanely long days. You got a lot of... It's hurry up and wait, hurry up and wait, hurry up and wait. Everything has to be done right now, but then you got to wait. And to have this person... You're not on the clock.
Shut up, Peter.
Shut up. Like, I can totally see why they get on people's nerves.
Peter. Come on.
Peter's not here right now, Mr. Verhoeven.
God, that's so good. Verhoeven told him that he was being stupid. Okay. Miguel Ferrer would call him by his real name on purpose.
Yeah, that's pretty common.
And Kurtwood Smith apparently just simply ignored him at first, but they actually ended up forming a friendship after Weller kind of, okay. Weller was actually primarily chosen because he had a lean build and a straw jawline.
He was a thin fella.
Yeah. Which, I mean, makes sense for RoboCop because that's physically all you see is the jawline.
Yeah.
That's a prominent feature.
Kind of like Batman.
Yes.
And really, like, the suit is sort of bulky.
Yes.
But in order for someone to fit, they got to be kind of thin.
Yes, definitely. He actually turned down a role in King Kong Lives for this film.
Good choice.
Yes. And he said that one of his favorite memories of his film career was doing the drug bust sequence in RoboCop. Because he said that he was listening to Peter Gabriel's Red Rain on his Walkman inside the helmet while exchanging gunfire with the bad guys.
That's fascinating because that is not a fast song. That's a pretty chill song.
So what goes all down your head, Mr. Weller?
Yeah.
Here I'm thinking like Doom 2016 soundtrack.
Right, some kind of really intense music.
No.
Or Dark Ages.
We'll show that to you later. And you'll be like, wow. That's awful chill.
Yeah. And he also said that the most scary moment that he had was when he had to walk down the stairs in the dance club scene. And this was due to the loud music and smoke. Because he's not able to really just look down. As a cyborg robot, you're able to just look straight ahead and all the robotic stuff should handle the rest. So he had to do the sequence 3 times since he was not allowed to look down at where he was stepping while wearing the top portion of the suit.
That sounds terrifying.
Yeah?
Walk down steps and you can't look down at your steps.
Right.
That's one thing if, like, in your house, like, you remember where the steps are.
Yes.
But you're on a set. You've never done this before.
Right. And the scene's only going to be done one day.
Mm-hmm.
You're only looking for one take. And you'll never see these stairs again.
Yep.
And you're wearing this helmet and this top portion of this costume. You have limited visibility. There's a lot of noise. There's a lot of smoke.
See, maybe that would have been a good place to listen to Red Rain.
Peaceful, happy thought.
Yeah.
Now, this made a lot of sense to me that he worked with mime Moni Yakum for months in order to help develop a slower, more deliberate way of movement.
I have heard that, yeah.
I would think that would probably be a great idea
Oh,
to do.
yeah. Because he does have great robotic movements.
Mm-hmm. He
Very
does
small things that, like, I wouldn't have thought to do if I was like, oh, you're a robot. The way he turns his head before, like, he turns his body when he's turning. I mean, that's great.
Yeah, because there's that one scene towards the end as he's getting ready to walk into that building, and then you see Ed 209 over on the right underneath that little overhang before that fight or whatever. And he's walking, and then he turns and faces kind of the camera. He, like, turns back. It's like, he did that really smooth. So, I mean, he did great with this costume that...
Oh, yeah. Because he wasn't stop motion, but his movements almost made you feel like he was.
Very smooth, I thought. I was like,
yeah.
He did really good. So, as mentioned, he reprised his role as RoboCop in RoboCop 2, Mortal Kombat 11, which was 2019. RoboCop Rogue City 2023. Now, again, these are video games. The DLC RoboCop Rogue City Unfinished Business in 2025.
I do highly recommend Rogue City.
I've downloaded it and I watched some previews. I was like, oh, it does.
And it
look
actually
good.
fits in between part 2 and part 3.
Okay.
Because they even make a comment at the end about the Japanese takeover of OCP, which is something that has already happened in 3.
So the reason that Weller turned down RoboCop 3 was so that he could do the film Naked Lunch, which was based on a 1959 novel from William S. Burroughs that Weller had fallen in love with when he was 18.
That's understandable. I could understand turning down, something you've been working on and with for something that you personally...
A passion project.
Yeah.
And it's like, I've already done this twice.
Mm-hmm. What more is going to be different?
What more is going to be different?
Yeah, I have a feeling I'm going to be forever linked to RoboCop.
Yeah.
Let me do something that I want to do.
Also, I'm going to mention Naked Lunch as a Criterion also.
There you go.
Odd movie.
So mentioning Criterion, for people that may have heard the term, what is Criterion?
Well, it's hard to explain, but the simplest explanation
What's the
is
cliff notes?
They are a group that the shortest definition is they release films that are from the world that are culturally important for the progression of cinema. It's a nice way of putting it. Sometimes they actually take it upon themselves to rescue films and restore films, and in some cases, that's actually the first time they've been released on home video since they were originally released in 20s, 30s, 50s, from all over the world. So they have stuff from, honestly, some from countries that you may not even know had film at all. So they have some of the great world cinemas, a lot of art films.
Okay.
If you take a film class, like a film appreciation or film studies, or a lot of the films they're going to be showing you have been released on Criterion.
Okay.
That's the shortest cliff notes I can explain. The bad thing is they are pricey. But they were also the first ones to come out with bonus features.
Mm-hmm.
So on Laserdisc, they had they were the first ones to come out with commentary tracks. They were doing commentary tracks in the 80s.
Really?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they had like bonus features. And the way they did is they had like alternate audio channels on the disc.
Oh.
And they would have bonus features with like deleted scenes. They were the pioneers of all that. So it's like it's movies for cinephiles essentially, but it's like the complete package, a whole bunch of behind the scenes and stuff.
Did they ever restore audio visuals both, or up the fidelity of them, the movies?
Like remastering or?
Yeah.
I mean, essentially, sort of. They try to keep it as original as possible. But the thing that I like most about them is they only release them as long as they can have, or whatever they do with them. Because sometimes they do have to restore them from really crummy prints. They always have the director's approval. Or the director's estate's approval. So whatever they're doing, everyone's on board with.
I imagine that obviously has to be a big hurdle for them to
sometimes
overcome.
I bet it is, yeah.
And why there's no Criterion release of something like Star Wars or...
The Laserdisc there was.
Really?
In the Laserdisc, that's what I said earlier. The Laserdisc, some of the releases are much more like... I mean, sure, it's a lot of these type art films also, but some of them are just like really popular films from America. So you'd see like Singing in the Rain as a Laserdisc Criterion. But once it got to DVD, they were a little more strict
on what they chose to do.
Yeah. There are a couple early ones that I still raise an eyebrow at. Like, why did you release Armageddon? I think that's an odd choice. The Rock is an odd choice.
With Sean Connery?
Yeah.
I was going to say, with Armageddon, they didn't want to miss a thing.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Well played.
Yeah. The day after tomorrow or something like that.
Well played.
Yes. Because they did Wall-E, didn't they?
Yeah, I think so.
They're starting to kind of come back to some of the... I mean, I get it in that one.
Yeah.
The first 30 minutes of the movie, nobody talks.
Yeah.
It's a perfect example.
Every once in a while, they'll come out with one, and I'm thinking, that's an interesting choice. but it kind of makes you reevaluate it from a different, like, okay, maybe I missed something.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I could also see them doing something like Toy Story. I mean, to me, that's a very culturally significant film when it comes to
I'm shocked
art style. And
I'm a little. I mean, they haven't done many animated films, which I'm kind of surprised by. But the ones that they have, I'm like, oh yeah, I totally get that.
Okay.
Like the French Fantastic Planet from the early 70s.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a trip. Trip and a half.
Interesting.
But, you know, it might be a while before we get around to 101 Dalmatians.
Cinderella.
Yeah.
I mean, they could probably do like a Snow White, because that was like the first Disney animated film that was...
See, and I was thinking like Little Mermaid, the one that relaunched Disney's, you know, money-making machine. I think it was Little Mermaid, right? And then Beauty and the Beast was right after. I think that's how it
goes Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, then Lion King.
Yeah.
Was the 4 straight bangers.
Yeah. Like, I could definitely see one of those 4, you know, happening if they were, like you said, going to do something animated. I don't know how Disney would feel about that.
That would probably be the biggest hurdle there.
Yeah. They have Wall-E, so...
Yeah.
They do own Pixar now.
Disney Pixar. All right. Well, that was good. I mean, I don't know all that much about Criterion, and I look at it as like, ooh, this must be something.
I know
something
the name.
Special about the film.
Yeah, I know the name, and I know they do special boxes.
Oh, yeah.
That's about all.
Yeah.
And then if they go out of print, they go for a lot of money.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
It's basically that a lot of them are movies for movie fans. That's the easiest way.
Okay.
And a lot of them, you're not watching the movie because you're wanting a great story and you're just wanting to turn the brain off. No, you are a very active viewer. You are trying to analyze the movie because some of them are almost painful.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a 9-hour Japanese movie that I really enjoyed it, but it's a commitment.
Yeah, it's
a solid
like watching the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Extended.
And then they got Berlin Alexanderplatz, which is like 15 hours.
Oh.
Huh.
Yeah.
The things you learn.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is a weekend.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, there's days I'm not even up 15 hours.
Yeah.
Well, there's days I am, but it's not willingly.
Right. No, I get it. Huh. So Nancy Allen had to have her hair cut shorter several times because Verhoeven wanted to desexualize the character. And she was actually asked to gain weight, so she did by quitting smoking.
That'll do it.
I wonder if she picked back up after.
That's a great question. She reportedly even wore men's underwear in order to get in touch with her masculine side. I know she also regretted not wearing the wetsuit that was offered to her for the scene of her near the end while in the water. She thought it made her look fat, but it would have been more comfortable due to the cold temperature and how dirty the water was.
She does look very uncomfortable in that scene.
Yeah. She looks cold.
She looks very cold.
She did just get shot, too, so...
Oh, yeah. And Allen also thought that Verhoeven was an incompetent director because when she first arrived on set, he was shooting the "It's Not My Problem" skits, which is where you get "I'd buy that for $1." Which I could see why she would feel that way if that's the first exposure to him.
Yeah.
Seeing this being filmed, you're like, what the fuck did I sign on to?
Not a good first impression.
No. So, speaking of, I'd buy that for $1. SD Nemeth reportedly played the role of Bigsby Snyder, similar to his Young Marquis character, from a radio show called The Young Marquis and Stanley Show from 1977 to 1983 on K-Rock, KROQ, in L.A., Pasadena.
I remember K-Rock.
I was going to say, yeah.
And I'd sent you guys that one YouTube clip because I had to look up something so I could hear him in this kind of scenario. And he was doing a clip with Adam West of Batman. I was like, it was really good too.
That was different.
I was like, that's nice. Getting Adam West to play along like that. Like, that's good.
And of anyone, Adam West would.
Oh yeah. He was Batman.
Yes.
He lived it until he died. So we'll move on to the RoboCop suit, which...
Iconic.
Yeah, very iconic. It was, of course, the most expensive item on set that cost anywhere between $500 and $1 million.
Might have been cheaper to actually make the thing.
Yeah. According to producers, it was designed and built by Rob Bottin, who had mentioned earlier. So Bottin worked on Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope in 1977. He actually played the tallest cantina band player. So when you see the film the next time, you see that scene. That's Bottin. He was also involved with Star Wars Holiday Special of 1978, the classic.
For better or worse. Can't miss that every year.
Next time I see him in Star Wars, I'll just be like, Boutini!
There you go. He was involved with The Thing in 1982.
Yeah.
The Great Outdoors, which we've previously talked about, in 1988.
Big Bear.
Big Bear. Total Recall. Hey, there's no Total Recall reference.
Maybe we should do Total Recall next, because it seems to be pointing that way.
You hear that?
It's like a sign.
Yeah. In 1990. So Bottin is actually... You apprenticed under Rick Baker. Werewolves of London. And, I mean, legendary.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, these dudes are like the dudes that...
made things happen.
Oh, yeah. Like, you see all these movies of the 70s and 80s, you're going to see all these dudes' names.
Yes.
Over and over.
Yeah. Unfortunately, not as credited as you would think. But I guess that's just a thing for that career. I don't know. But if I'm doing that kind of work, I want my name associated with it because I want people to know.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm sure word gets around.
I know sometimes, like, a lot of, especially when it comes to designing and special effects and things, like, a lot of them, like, help each other.
Yeah.
So, like, they work on it, but it's fine.
Yeah. The look of the suit was inspired by Space Sheriff Gavin, a TV series from 1982 that ran for 44 episodes in the Japanese comic The Eight Man.
Etomen.
Okay.
Apparently.
Okay. You would probably know since you are into Japanese culture.
Learning a little.
7 suits were used throughout filming. I'm sure different portions needed to have this and others needed that. This one got damaged.
Some of them are built for a specific purpose for certain shots.
Yeah. It took almost 10 months to prepare for the construction of the suit. They had to make life casts of Weller and 6-foot clay models to help design and construct the suit.
Ugh. Sounds like torture.
Oh, God. Even though Bottin worked on Star Wars, he bought copies of the trilogy in order to study the movements of C-3PO.
Yeah, now that I think about it, I can see why.
Yeah. And it apparently took around 10 to 15 hours to get Weller into the suit the first time that they were getting him suited up, since they had to make on-the-fly adjustments because Weller needed to have reasonable mobility.
Yikes.
Oh, that's... Again, sounds like torture.
Yeah. Hopefully they got that cut down a little bit so that it didn't take as long moving forward. Didn't see a time period on that as I looked further. And apparently the suit was so hot and heavy, which makes sense, that Weller was losing around 3 pounds a day from water loss. So they eventually put a cooling system in the suit.
A day?
Yeah.
Ugh. And he was thin to begin with.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the guy likes to run marathons.
Yeah, he just looks like the type that would.
Yeah.
Makes me feel bad.
I'm lucky to get 5K.
Steps?
I'll watch ya. On my 4K TV.
Yeah. I'll be waiting for you at the finish line.
Yeah.
Beer in hand.
That's right.
Exactly. So thankfully it was Botine's suggestion to have RoboCop be unveiled in the film by walking behind the glass and bars instead of going with Verhoeven's initial idea of
I have this in my notes. It's fantastic. I love the reveal.
Yes.
Absolutely stellar.
It's better than the camera just panning to him and there he is. Like, no. Do it this way. I'm glad they went with that.
Well, not only that, right before then, you actually do see him in the TV.
Yes.
Which is, what a brilliant, because it's his POV, and you're following his POV, and then you see, and then you look down just for a second, you're like, oh, that's him.
Here he comes.
Like a little tease.
Yeah.
It's just like a little tease, and then right after that, yeah, that reveal behind the window, just,
But you've already seen him on the poster.
I mean, yeah. Yeah.
But like the first time a character shows
I
in
know.
a scene, like Darth Vader. Come
Yes.
on.
One of the greatest reveals.
Yeah.
Which is right at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
Just boom, here he is.
Yeah. And this is, God, the end of the first act.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a very earned entrance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is how we're going to close this out.
Yeah, I always forget how long it is from the beginning of the movie till like he's actually in the suit.
I do too.
And like they spend a considerable amount of time for character development between those two things.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice to see Alex Murphy being Alex Murphy.
Yeah.
Which I guess it fits because then if like he's having flashbacks and like why would you care later on if you weren't setting up like, oh, here's who he is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's nice.
I mean, obviously him twirling his gun is a foreshadowing moment.
Mm-hmm.
So
plus his Dead or Alive, You're Coming With Me.
Yes. Yeah. So they originally wanted to use a Desert Eagle to be RoboCop's gun, but they decided that it was too small. They ended up going with Ray Williams. No, they ended up going with a heavily modified Beretta 93R with a extended barrel to make it look even bigger and more proportional with RoboCop's hand. Ray Williams of Fresh Hour Machine did the modifications. I believe he was out of Texas.
That, I guess, wouldn't be a surprise.
Right. The gun was modified again and used by Stallone in Judge Dredd in 1995.
Oh, okay.
And the gun holster on the suit was not actually integrated into it, but it was instead a off-screen device worked by off-screen technicians that were pulling cables to open it up.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
I don't think Peter Weller wants to have his leg removed in order to fit that in.
Correct. The movement sounds actually come from recordings of Betamax and VHS players. The gun holster on the legs, the sound of that is of a tape being ejected.
I wondered about that.
Yeah.
Because it sure sounded familiar.
The footstep sounds were made from a coil of motorbike chain that was with 2 attached handles being slammed against a surface. I was like, okay.
I love sound design.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You got to make it some way.
Oh, yeah. And I love the dudes that are real passionate about it, that like when they hear something, they've always got the recorder with them. They're like, oh, I got to get this.
Yep.
I don't know when I'm going to use it, but I'm going to use it someday.
Mm-hmm.
This day is here.
Here it is.
Here it is.
The robotic hum that you hear when RoboCop is on screen was made on a synthesizer with 3 different hums depending on his mood.
Huh.
No, it's
So for the gas station scene where things get a little warm, that suit had fireproof fiberglass and other safety features, which makes sense.
Yeah. That's also a great visual.
Oh, yeah.
Him walking out of the fire.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Like, to me, that is when RoboCop looks a little clumsy.
He does.
And I guess you're presuming it's from the force of the explosions. Trying to give that appearance that it's knocking him around, but it's still not knocking him over or anything.
That would make sense, yeah.
Let's see, 2 were used just for the third act where RoboCop gets damaged from the police department and Ed 209.
Boy, howdy does he.
Mm-hmm. And gets tore a new one. Weller actually wore a bald cap in order to make taking off the helmet easier. Good decision.
Mm.
RoboCop's hands were made of foam rubber, which led to the car keys repeatedly bouncing off Weller's hand when trying to catch them in that scene. It took around 50 takes and nearly an entire day of filming before getting the shot right.
Oh my god.
That sounds like a nightmare.
It really does.
At that point, put something sticky in his hand.
Yeah.
Give him some stickum. Or magnetic.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Look
at this guy.
Should have hired him.
See, I can come up with ideas. I don't know how to make them be implemented.
I'm an ideas man. What can I say?
Yeah, I'm an idea guy. And he could not sit in the Ford Taurus in the full suit. So when you see him in the car, he is only wearing the suit from the waist up while sitting in his underwear. And when he is seen exiting the car, he is always shown feet first.
Yeah, I wondered about that. Because some of the scenes where you see him like getting out of the vehicle, he seems to be a little, I don't want to say struggling, but something about it always looked odd. Well, now I know why.
I sometimes struggle getting out of my car. And I'm not wearing an outfit like that.
Same.
Yeah. So we'll move on and talk about Ed 209, the other fancy
Ooh, yeah.
sci-fi aspect.
The
of
other
this.
iconic creature.
Yeah.
Basically.
So it cost about $25,000 to make and took 4 months to build. So not quite as intricate as the RoboCop suit. It was about 7 feet tall and weighed somewhere between 300 and 500 pounds. Craig Davies from the special effects crew was tasked with designing the full-scale model, and he actually minimized the design of the feet, thinking that they would not be shown.
Well, about that.
Yeah. Davies also built 2 12-inch replicas, which were used for the stop-motion animated shots.
Wonder who did those. The stop motion. Like if his name might be Phil.
The growls are from a jaguar that he makes.
The Jaguar in the next one you're going to talk about. Very strange.
Yeah.
But as a kid...
Oh, it freaked me out.
It freaked me out.
It freaked me all out.
Like, I noticed the next one, like, right away. I'm like, the squeals are from a pig.
Yeah.
Like, that sounded very pig-like.
Yeah, that also freaks me out. Yeah, and to answer your question, it was some guy named Phil.
Oh, Phil Tippett.
Yeah.
Of course.
Never heard of that guy.
Nope. He's just done a little indie film called Star Wars.
Oh, okay.
And worked on Jurassic Park until he went extinct.
So the body of Ed 209 was based on the design of a Bell UH-1H Huey helicopter used during the Vietnam War.
Yeah, I wondered about that. It does look helicopter-esque.
Yeah. It looks like something... What are those, Ospreys that have the propellers that kind of... it looks like two helicopter vertical blades.
Yeah.
I think they're called Wasps in Halo.
Hey, copyright. You know.
Yeah.
It's the legally distinct.
Yeah.
The head of it resembles the domed head of a killer whale.
I definitely feel that.
Yeah, I can see that.
And the overall look is similar to, like, mechs in Robotech.
Oh, yeah.
Also gave me Walker vibes from Aliens, the loaders.
Yeah. Also made me think just a little bit later, similar, like, if you remember Exo Squad.
No.
I'm, again, one of 5 people that remember that. This is a cartoon in the 90s.
Okay.
Where they were in, like, mech things. But they were, like, the size of the loaders from Aliens.
Yeah.
Not like Zoids from
No.
Power Rangers.
No.
The scientist that introduces Ed 209 in the film has the last name of McNamara, which is a nod to Robert McNamara, who was a president of the Ford Motor Company and also the Secretary of Defense under John F. Kennedy and Lyndon Johnson. This is supposedly done to help connect Detroit cars and military violence.
That's funny. I did notice the name, but I didn't think to look it up.
Yeah.
Anytime I hear McNamara, that's who I always think of. And I always wonder, is there a connection to Robert, or am I just looking into this wrong?
Yep.
Nope, it was.
In this instance, it was. To do the scene with Ed 209 falling down the stairs, which is quite funny, they made a small replica of the stairs and pushed the model down.
Can I also say how amazing this is if you look at it from the deeper level, where it's like Ed 209 is like the next phase, like the new technology.
Yes.
And it can't handle steps.
Right.
That's like, hey, we got the new thing that can't do what the old thing can do.
Yes.
I love
There
that.
is something very corporate about that.
Oh, yeah. And makes it as very fitting still today.
Yeah, it was one of the things that I did see that I didn't include was this was kind of to show the government creating a solution to a problem or creating a I don't know if I'm wording that right. You know how they...
Like a solution to a problem that didn't exist?
Yes.
And
yeah,
in
essentially.
a sense, then creating the problem.
Yes, so that they can make the money off it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he even mentions in the film, like, oh, it doesn't matter if it works or not. I just want to sell the parts.
Yeah.
Going back to presidents, former President Richard Nixon was actually paid $25,000 to help promote the home video release. He donated that money to the Boys Club of America.
Wow. That's fascinating.
Yeah. And there's actually a photo of Nixon meeting RoboCop, not with Peter Weller in costume, at the Boys Club of America in the December 26th, 1987 issue of Billboard magazine, and that photograph was taken by legendary music photographer Chuck Poulin, who snapped it.
That is so bizarre.
I know. It's like, okay, Richard Nixon?
That's, huh.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have to chew on that for a little while.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
The body count in the film was 34.
That's it?
In case you're curious. And if you're really curious about this one, the word fuck was said 35 times.
Also, that's it?
All right. Well, 8 of those times were by the convenience store robber.
Also, it just occurred to me, he met RoboCop. Do you think the whole time he was thinking, I'm not a crook, I'm not a crook, I'm not a crook?
Well, he definitely would have wanted to say that around Ed 209, since it didn't even realize that Kenny put the gun down.
Might not matter.
The special effects were generated with a Commodore Amiga computer.
Oh, Commodore.
Oh, yeah.
More than just playing the games.
Mm-hmm. When RoboCop has his little snick-snacks, those that was made up of parsnip, tomato puree, and crushed Butterfinger bars.
Breakfast of champions.
Yeah.
Chocolate and tomato sauce.
Oh, boy. You know, that's my favorite combo.
Some parsnips.
Ugh.
So this film, RoboCop, was not the first time that a character played by Kurtwood Smith killed Miguel Ferrer. The first time was in Flashpoint back in 1984.
Huh.
Smith originally auditioned for the role of Dick Jones, but later found out that he got the role of Boddicker because Verhoeven grew up near the Holocaust since he was Dutch and thought that Smith looked a bit like Heinrich Himmler because of the glasses.
That's a bit of a stretch, but okay.
Yeah. Smith thought that by wearing the glasses, it made him look more like a smarter villain and more of a threat.
I do know that they do that frequently. We're like, oh, they have glasses, so they're a smart character.
Yeah, they should be smart.
Yeah, remember Die Hard? The guy with the glasses was the computer programmer.
I mean, we're basically all sitting here with glasses.
Yeah, I just can't see yours.
I was going to say, it doesn't mean we're smart. It just means we can't see.
I don't know.
There are plenty of items of evidence one could admit to show that I am not.
Yeah, we're not going to. That's a different
But we
podcast.
won't go down that road.
Nope. Smith's wife, Joan Perkle, plays Barbara, who is Dick Jones' secretary, and he flirts with before a meeting. So
Interesting.
Yeah, makes flirting with her pretty easy.
It makes her dismissal of him that easier too.
Yes. Smith also feels that Verhoeven had a love of bloodletting, and is why he proposed spitting the blood and cursing in the scene where he is taken into the precinct.
Oh, I do love that reaction.
Just spits on the paper. And,
yep. Can I just have my phone call?
Just give me my fucking phone call. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good for an improvised line.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Ray Wise got additional stunt pay due to an explosion causing pieces of glass to get embedded in his face from that accident. And he also said that he kept his costume from the film.
That sounds painful.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Hey, extra pay.
There was somebody, I can't remember who, there's an actress that had some accident similar to that and got cut on her face with glass and ended up suing them. Said it cost her roles in the future.
Oh, because of her doing the lawsuit?
Oh, no.
Because she got, disfigured.
Yeah, yep. And I can't remember who that was. So this dude's lucky.
Yeah. She won.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So originally the creep that was going to rape the girl was supposed to be shot just past the cheek of the victim. But while getting ready to shoot the scene, Verhoeven noticed that Donna Keegan was keeping her legs spread apart and gave him the idea for RoboCop to shoot between her legs to hit the rapist.
That's so
in
great.
the dick.
Yeah. And I think that was the right choice because it made for such a memorable scene.
And it fits so well with the tone.
Yes.
And with the character.
And the character.
Yeah. And especially with him being able to have such accuracy when shooting, which he shows off at the target coming to him. He just totally destroys it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, ooh, he's got good aim.
Yes.
Until he doesn't.
Yeah.
So the death scene of Emil had an alternate version ready. Just in case, again, censors did not approve of the regular version of him simply melting into a puddle of goo after Clarence swerves around him instead of hitting him in the version that you see. And the melting scene would have been similar to the work Bottin did on The Melting Man with Rick Baker back in 1977.
What a great. It gives me Toxic Avenger vibes.
Yes.
That's what I had in the notes. He comes out and I'm like, it's the Toxic Avenger.
Yeah. Oh, and I love how he goes up to the one dude and he's like, get off of me. Get off of me.
Which that was a natural response by him because he had not seen Emil, the character, made up that way.
That's even better.
Yeah. It's like, get away, man.
I mean, whether you realize, like, whether it was real or not, oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's
very natural reaction.
I'd probably do the same.
Yeah. So it's a good thing that we are recording this when we are, because had we recorded this a month or two earlier, we probably wouldn't have known about all of this.
Oh, yeah.
But there is a statue of RoboCop in the Eastern Market area in Detroit, which is 11 feet tall, weighs about 2.5 short tons in weight. And this all came about because of an early 2011 Twitter post from then Detroit Mayor Dave Bing, who was soliciting suggestions for city improvements. One response from user @MT on Twitter from Massachusetts was, quote, Philadelphia has a statue of Rocky, and RoboCop would kick Rocky's butt. He's a great ambassador for Detroit, end quote. The mayor then responded that there were no plans for a RoboCop statue. Thank you for the suggestion. And this led to a Kickstarter campaign that began after that exchange went viral, and that campaign raised $67,436 from just over 2,700 backers. $25,000 of that was a donation made by graphic designer Pete Hotelet of Omni Consumer Products, which was an entertainment licensing firm named after the fictional company in the film.
That's how it starts.
That's how it starts.
It's
Skynet.
It's another Skynet.
Of course, one of the backer options, because I had to look this up, on the Kickstarter campaign was, I'd fund that for $1, of which 1,653 backers contributed.
Yeah, I would have too.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, for $1. I was like, that's perfect and exactly what I expected when I got to the page. So the original armor was found in a warehouse in Houston, which was then used to create molds for the statue. Giorgio Gikas, Gikas, the owner and sculpture conservator of Detroit-based Venus Bronze Works, was then selected to create the statue starting in September of 2013. The statue was finally placed on December the 3rd, 2025.
I had forgotten all about that.
Yep.
I remember seeing like an article or something about it and just out of sight, out of mind.
Right.
Well, perfect timing.
Perfect.
I mean, it's a neat looking statue. I've seen
it did
pictures
pretty
and
good.
look at that. All right. So, some questions about the movie. We really only had a couple, which I'm sure we could come up with more from other stuff. But my first one was, how the hell does Murphy survive long enough to get to the hospital?
That's a good question.
Because it's not like emergency personnel were on the way. Apparently, the radio communication in that building was not good because it kept cutting out when Murphy was trying to get hold of Lewis.
Mm-hmm. Dude had his arm shot off.
And shot in the head.
Shot in the head.
That generally kills
shot in the body.
Yeah. Had his hand blown off.
First his hand, then his arm.
Yes.
And then, even if you say, like, well, he had, like, some form of body armor, so maybe it didn't puncture as much.
That still hurts.
Not
that
on
doesn't
the head.
matter.
Not on the head.
Not in the head. He's bleeding out his arm.
Yeah.
How...
Yeah, it wasn't a lightsaber. It didn't just cauterize the wound there.
Cauterize the wound.
And I know that, like, when you're shot, you're not automatically dead. Like, it takes you a while.
You might just bleed out.
Yeah,
but in the head...
But in the head's a little different.
It's almost...
it's like a light switch.
Yeah. In most cases, yes.
Although, it does depend on which part of that.
It's true. Yeah. There are instances.
But in this case...
it looks pretty convincing.
It looks pretty convincing. Yeah.
But I mean, if we talk about headshots, we go back to Abe Lincoln. He did survive for...
a while.
What, 9 to 10 hours after being shot in the back of the head at point blank range?
Yeah, it was like to the next morning.
Yeah. And the bullet went from behind the left ear to not exiting out the right eye. So that's straight through.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know. Interesting. It just kind of surprised me.
It is.
But I know. Story.
Well, sure. Yep. It has to happen because the movie has to happen.
Right.
Yeah.
And I agree with this one. Why would they give live rounds to Ed 209 for a demonstration like that?
That just is an odd choice.
Yeah.
I mean, especially like you would assume at this point they've already tested things.
You would have thought.
So then going in there, it should just be like, oh, we're just showing it off.
It should just work.
It's just, but at the same time, why would you have live rounds?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't.
Why not blanks?
It's a baffling. Great scene, though.
Yep. Movie.
Great.
And again, the actor Kevin Page, who plays Kinney, was covered with 200 squibs, and the scene was filmed over 3 days, which that surprised me that the scene was filmed over 3 days. Okay. Verhoeven was unhappy with the result and brought him back months later to reshoot it. So he was again covered in 200 squibs, filled with spaghetti squash and fake blood. He described the intense pain of each squib being like a punch when it was detonated.
Oh. I have heard that they can be a little bruise-worthy.
Oh, God.
And there's 200 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Twice.
Yeah. Merry Christmas. You're going to do it again.
And Brad, I've seen you had a couple in here as well.
I mean, I have one. Why can't RoboCop run? He's a machine.
Make him do what you want him to do.
Yeah. Engineer him in the way you need him to perform.
Makes sense.
I just think of all the iRobot stuff, and I'm like, make him fast.
Well, why can't Michael Myers run? Why can't Jason run?
Justin?
Big lumbering...
That depends on who you talk to.
Okay.
Because some people say that he can magically move around. Like, that's in the video game, the Friday the 13th video game. You could go into, I forget what they call it, but you could, like, zoom around the map sometimes. I don't know. Because movie. It's
kind of like the other question here. If they didn't want anyone to remind him of his past, why did they send him back to his old precinct?
I wondered that since a kid. I mean, it's... They moved him to an area that they knew that he would probably not make it, so then they could, like, take him and put But if they don't want anyone to talk to him and remind him, why put him in the same place that he just transferred to?
Yeah, right. Is it the only precinct in the city?
Yeah. I mean, clearly it's like the worst one. Yeah. But like, I think the reason they moved him there is because he could have the most impact in that particular one.
Yeah, because that was the one talking about strike and all that.
Yeah.
We just lost 5 men yesterday or whatever.
Yeah.
It just seems odd that, you don't want to remind him of his past. Okay. Well, then send him to a place where he doesn't know anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, he doesn't know a lot of people because he's new. But there's at least one.
Yeah.
Who ends up talking to him.
Yeah. A familiar one. It just happened to be his partner.
Yep.
On the first day of partnering. Breaking each other in.
Which I do find that curious also. She's very quick to latch on and remind him. And you were partnered with him for a day.
Not even a full
day.
For like a couple hours. You got coffee.
Yeah. And she
saw him twirl his gun a couple times.
Yeah. Like, maybe because she feels regret over the way his death happened?
Maybe some trauma that just like buried that in there and she felt guilty?
I guess. I don't know. Because she latches on awful quick.
Yeah.
I know. Because movie.
Mm-hmm.
Did you read the script?
Right. Yeah. So some of the notes that I had, I just thought, hey, it's such a basic opening sequence. They did not spend a lot of money on that.
Oh, I love that.
Right, no, just simple, clean, boom, here we go.
Yep.
As mentioned earlier about the extended warranty and financing for the Artificial Hearts commercial. The scumbag sequence reminded me of the slacker sequence in Back to the Future with Principal Strickland. I thought Officer Lewis was a badass towards the beginning. And I mentioned Ed 209 growling when it malfunctions. Come to find out that's a Jaguar. And I thought it was pretty talented for the guy to stop pissing when Lewis pops her bubble gum. I was like, he just stops pissing on command. Like, how do you do that? Murphy didn't even scream when his hand was shot. Whenever they're making RoboCop and you start seeing it from RoboCop's perspective, being told you're going to be a bad motherfucker.
He's like snapping. Can he hear us?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. We're going to wipe it anyways.
The drunken kiss.
Oh, yeah. The New Year's.
Yes. I guess this is kind of a question that I would have had was, they're able to track him and not mentioning GPS, and this is 1987, so what kind of technology are you using? Still probably some satellites.
80s cartoon.
Yeah.
Magic.
We have a homing beacon on him.
Yeah. And the cop cars being the Ford Taurus, which I know, Brad, you're the car guy of the crew here.
I mean, classic cop car.
Oh, yeah. Cheap, affordable.
Yeah.
Well, I think
V8.
80s cop car. Yeah. Taurus does come to mind.
Mm-hmm. Super high output.
That or a Crown Vic.
Yeah. When they were in the convenience store and the guy is robbing the older couple running the store, he kicks over the Miller Lite cans. It's like, shitty beer. Get it out of here. Which I know that's what you do, wouldn't it, Brad?
Yep.
I'm sure Brad was cheering at that.
Yep.
Yeah. Miller Lite.
That's right. I don't care if it's a northern beer or not.
Yeah. We've mentioned I'd buy that for $1 a few times.
We might still quote it.
Yes. Shooting the guy in the dick through the legs never gets old.
I thought that was like a cow.
Right. We thought Ed 209 was outside. We could hear this weird noise. So, had to pause for a moment to see what was going on.
He's coming to get us.
Oh. All right. Miller Lite's not that bad.
I take it back what I said.
All right. Sorry, Mr. Miller. Speaking of Miller, Miller in the hostage negotiation pretty much wants everything.
Oh, yeah.
Blawpunked stereo reference. I was like, oh, I remember that brand. The Nukem game from Butler Brothers. It's not Parker Brothers, and it's not Battleship. It's the Nukem game.
Which honestly does seem like a game that would be out in the 80s.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like a glorified Battleship.
I also have that in my notes, like the Nukem game from Butler Brothers. Like, very classic because of the whole Cold War thing.
Yes.
Like, what a great touch.
Mm-hmm.
The news station cutscenes, really enjoyed those.
Mm-hmm.
How they would just be going story. Okay, boom, here we go. News scenes. Of stuff that really has no relevance to the storyline.
But it's my world building.
I know.
The only one that seems to have much is the showing like him doing the community relations with meeting the kids at the elementary school.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Where it's kind of showing like, okay, he's connecting with the community. He's doing more than just like shooting people in the dick.
The guy pissing himself while trying to get out of the bathroom because Bob or whatever, he's just talking shit about Jones.
And I love how everyone else in there knows that he's in there.
Right, they're like, we got to get out of here because shit is about to hit the fan and we were not part of it. I like what Jones said there. You just stepped over it, buddy boy, referring to the line. You got some weird things going on outside your house tonight, Justin.
It is a wild evening.
Somebody's stuck in the snow. Dogs are growling and barking and stuff.
You know, it's good times.
Oh, yeah.
Never a dull moment.
Yeah, as we get back to the bitches, Chandra pouring Coke on her chest. I'm like, okay, that's just what we're doing here.
It's like they're trying to get his attention. It's
Yes.
going back and forth.
Right. I want him. Again, Ed 209 sounded like a squealing pig in the stairwell. And 6000 Sucks commercial with the dinosaur. Brad, what kind of car was that?
Well, that is a 1977 Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme, but they heavily modified the body with some fiberglass bits. But it's a pun on the Pontiac 6000, and it's kind of satirizing the American car names.
Yeah.
So I thought that was fun.
Oh, yes.
I mean, with a name like 6000 SUX,
Yeah.
you know.
I also love how there's a commercial and it says it gets like 8.2 miles per gallon.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Which I saw something in the trivia area about when Emil is getting gas at that gas station. It's like $5.79 a gallon.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah. I missed it too, but it's like, ooh.
That's even expensive today.
Yeah. That's like leading up to Mad Max times.
Yeah.
And Emil had a rough movie.
Yeah.
He really got busted up a lot.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he even had a difficult time watching his TV when everyone's looting.
Yeah.
Had to break in the window to turn it up so he can hear it.
Right.
Can't even listen to his TV in peace.
Mm-hmm. And the last thing that I had was that after RoboCop got crushed under the steel, he kind of looked like Frankenstein trying to fight Clarence while he was laying there.
Yeah, I definitely got some Frankenstein vibes out of that.
Yeah, it's like, those motions look very Frankenstein-ish.
I mean, I guess the whole concept is kind of Frankenstein-esque. You know,
True.
Reviving the dead person.
Yeah.
But yeah, that seemed a little ungainly in that little fight.
Yes.
I noticed Peter was very young in this movie, so that was the first thing that I noticed turning it on. I've been watching it through all the way for probably the first time in a long time.
Long time.
Ed 209 was terrifying as a kid. I didn't want that robot anywhere near me. So
well, I can understand why if it doesn't listen.
And if it squeals like a pig when it falls down the stairs.
Squeal like a pig. A little deliverance action there.
There was also, when Ed 209 was powering down, there was like a Star Wars hyperdrive sound that was like, and I'm like, wait a minute, I know that sound.
Where'd you get that?
Yeah. I really do like the point of view that they use for the RoboCop vision. Like right when they're like turning him on and working on him for the first time. I think that's a cool touch. Because again, that's sort of leading up to the reveal. Mm-hmm. So
how about that grid when they tighten the screws and it's closer? Oh, love it.
I thought they used 35 millimeter film for those scenes so they could do the grids, the lines, because it looks so different than the rest of the film. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, and we already talked about this when he enters the precinct for the first time. That first entrance, very menacing, very telling of what he's kind of his presence is going to be throughout the film. And we already touched on the Oldsmobile. Kind of a interesting little additions. It seemed like they modified like kind of that rear quarter on the and the deck lid as well as the hood to kind of just give it a little more chunkier look, I guess. Talked about the Nukem board game. Again, very cool touch.
Which the dad wins.
But I also think it's interesting that the winner is the winner who engages the nuke on the board game. So I thought that was fun. A mind is a terrible thing to waste, as he's sitting with the two bitches doing cocaine.
Beautiful.
Okie dokie.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm. The animal noises, which we referenced already.
Crazy.
Very strange, very creepy. We talked about corporate overreach a little, but in conjunction with that, I want to submit, what do you think about this actually happening in real life? Maybe not with a person, but more robotics for law enforcement. I fear we're
seeing a lot more
getting a little
things.
Closer to that.
Have you seen the video on, I think it was on a college campus, where they had like a little four-wheeled robot thing that came up to this dude sitting on the park bench, and it's like, oh, you need to leave, you're trespassing, and he's like, I'm just sitting on the park bench, and like, you need to leave. And then there's like a noise, so the top part like turns to look away, and he gets up and like goes behind it. And then it starts looking around to find him, and he's like standing behind it, and it can't find him. And this goes on and on and on for a while until it just gives up and then just starts going away. So I've seen similar things like on some campuses and places where they have like this little remote robot thing, and I'm like, I see what we're trying to do, but then I see a dude who can hide behind it.
Yeah.
I'm like,
oh, and maybe I should be more specific. Humanoid robots, like what Hyundai,
I can see
aka Boston Dynamics, and Tesla are building.
Oh,
which
I can totally see it.
Are both. I don't know. I don't like the humanoid form for a robot.
No.
There's something about it that's unsettling, I guess.
I don't like the dog form of robot either.
I don't mind that as much.
Oh,
it's creepy as hell.
It's creepy.
That one, for some reason, it doesnn't bother me as much.
That'll bother me.
It's not man's best friend.
No.
Especially if it's got one of those flamethrowers attached.
Jesus, no.
I mean, it's like a Black Mirror, situation. I don't know.
I can see let's put it this way. I can see someone trying it.
Yep.
iRobot.
Whether it succeeds or not, we'll see. But I can see them trying it.
Skynet, here we go.
I could see somebody trying to sell the idea, and then somebody buying it because they've been sold on what it might be able to do eventually.
Well, before you know it, instead of, fighting wars with people, we're fighting them with robots.
I mean, we're fighting with drones.
Yeah.
So just take another step.
Yep.
Star Trek had an episode about that in the 60s where they had a war on a computer and they would simulate deaths, and then based off of what the results of that were, they would then okay, we lost 200 people in this attack, so they would send 200 people off to die. Yeah, they were just simulating their wars.
Just based on the odds, we're going to lose about 200 people.
Yeah.
So send 205.
Yeah.
So here's an idea. Instead of that, maybe we simulate our wars, but then nobody dies. Let's start with that one.
Let's start there. Yeah.
But that's not war.
Yeah, it's just definitely a reoccurring thought, especially with all of the entrances with AI and robotics and all the fun things that everyone loves these days. So, I did find this, the Cobra Assault Cannon. The prop was originally a Barrett M82 50 cal BMG sniper rifle, equipped with a large electronic scope.
That thing
makes
is a
sense.
beast.
Yeah, it is.
Had some kick.
Wonder how much that thing weighed too, if it's based off of that.
Yeah.
Oof. That Emil character when he crashes into the toxic waste. Again, mentioned before, but looks like the Toxic Avenger.
Oh yeah.
There's a crossover there.
Yeah.
Maybe he runs off screen and he's there.
I mean, we had the RoboCop Terminator crossover with the toys and comics and things. Why can't we have an Emil Toxic Avenger crossover?
Right.
Yeah. I mean, so similar.
Yeah. I mean, right? So they could team up and go on adventures.
Yeah.
Toxie and Emil. So there were so many times in this rewatch that I caught things that I never noticed before. Especially, I mean, obviously as a kid, you're never going to watch and notice these things because I had no idea what T.J. Hooker was.
Oh, yeah, William Shatner.
But there's T.J. Laser in this.
Yes.
And as soon as I heard that, I'm like, oh, that must be a T.J. Hooker reference kind of play because there's so many little things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of like the elementary school I mentioned earlier, the Lee Iacocca Elementary School, which made me chuckle because I'm like, of course, in this world, we're naming schools after businessmen and not presidents, and
right.
Yeah, it's fitting. Also, some of the dialogue choices, there's some very funny lines, very dark humor lines.
Very, yeah.
Can you fly, Bobby? As he throws a dude out of the van.
Right. Right, throws him right onto the windshield.
Yeah. And there was an actual goodnight, sweet prince said right after they killed Murphy.
Oh, when was that line first used? I'm starting to wonder now.
Yeah. I keep finding it going earlier and earlier. Mm-hmm.
It's funny when that line was delivered, it was like as Murphy's closing his eyes and they're all just walking away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's fading to black. And good night, sweet prince.
Another great Boddicker line. Ooh, guns, guns, guns. They were all about to get in a little argument.
Yeah.
Pulling all their guns on each other. I do love how he's unfazed by everyone pulling guns on each other.
It's like,
he's just like,
big deal.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I'm quite a fan of this flick.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
I will say, out of all of them, this is by far the best one.
Mm-hmm.
All downhill from here.
I mean, the second one's pretty good.
Yeah.
I really like that.
I've heard
one.
2's pretty good.
But 3... Oof. 3's missing...
something.
I mean, it's missing Peter Weller.
Yeah.
But it's definitely missing something.
Verhoeven doesn't direct that one, does he?
I don't think so.
Did he even do 2?
You know, I didn't think so.
I didn't think to look.
I don't think so, because it came out the same year as Total Recall.
Oh, yeah, he probably would have been too busy with that project.
Yeah. Yeah. Not to mention Total Recall again.
Yeah.
Yeah, in this episode, take a drink every time you hear Total Recall.
Yes. You should put a disclaimer at the beginning of the episode.
Yeah.
And one thing I did think about, though, because you got Superman, Clark Kent, Lois, Jimmy Olsen, they can't see the difference between Clark and Superman because of the glasses. Then you've got Prince Adam and He-Man with Teela. Teela can't figure out fucking hairstyle is the same. He looks the same. He has a green cat.
Yep. He just changes his outfit and to a little more revealing outfit.
He goes from pink and white to tan and brown shorts. Brown furry shorts.
I gotta say furry underwear.
Yeah. But then we've got, Lewis. She instantly realizes.
Real quick.
That's Murphy.
That's Murphy.
I can tell by the jawline.
She's not a detective. She's a field agent.
Right. I just thought that was kind of funny.
I mean, if you can figure out that he is RoboCop, then you could figure out that Bruce Wayne's Batman.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
And it's not even like... At least Batman tries to change his voice a little.
I'm Batman.
Yeah. RoboCop has the same voice. It's just more monotone.
Yeah, more robotic.
Slightly robotic.
Slightly robotic, but it's...
And he's a hum.
I mean, I guess Peter Weller does have slightly of a distinctive voice. So
Dead or alive, you're coming with me. It's like, okay.
Well, I love it. That's how Emil figures out that, like, wait, we killed you.
Right.
It's because he says, like, the same line.
Right. Yeah. No, I just thought it was good.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's change clothes, can't figure out who it is.
Glasses. Can't figure it out.
Can't figure it out.
Nope. Can't figure it out.
But wait, I've seen that chin before.
Right. It's so funny. Oh my gosh. That was a fun episode to go through and revisit RoboCop again. Like I said, I had no idea it was rated so well.
It's a surprisingly deep film if you
it
choose
really
to go
is
down that way.
Yeah. I appreciate it a lot more than, because it seems like growing up, the animated series, which I didn't watch, just never intrigued me.
I saw a little bit of it in the last year, just like a few clips and a couple episodes, and I'm like, yeah, this isn't really, this totally misses the point.
The video games from that time period were trash.
Yeah, they weren't good.
So
yeah, Rogue City.
Yeah,
go there.
It just took 30-something years.
Yeah.
To come up with some good stuff.
Yep. Get there eventually.
Mm-hmm. No. Does anyone else have anything they would like to share with this film? Or have we pretty much covered everything that we can think of at this moment?
If it's been a while, go check it out again.
Yep. That's it. It's rated high. Criterion release.
Yep. Maybe you'll catch things that you missed before, because I know I sure did.
Yeah.
There's a lot to unpack.
Yeah, a lot more than you would expect based on the premise. Like, it's not just a simple cop joins force, cop dies, cop comes back as RoboCop, kills bad guy, gets revenge, etc. So, yeah, a lot more to it. So again, definitely would like to thank Stark Roofing, AllStar Fence STL for being the title and studio sponsors, and our other wonderful sponsors as well, Pasta House of High Ridge, Granite Pros, Terry and Photography and Doula Services, and just so much more. A lot of stuff coming down the pipe in regards to wonderful sponsors that we've got. And again, for everything Back to the Past podcast related, simply go to backtothepastpodcast.com. You can then find our social networks, get connected with us there, provide feedback, suggest episode topics. Is there a film or a TV show or something that you would like to hear us discuss? Please let us know. Support the sponsors. And for now, there are links that you can still purchase your very own shirt. Ratings and reviews always appreciated. And again, we do appreciate you spreading the word about the podcast. However it is that you choose to listen. Which we are on YouTube, by the way. If you would like to just bring that up on your computer while you're at work and have it playing in the background, you can do so as well. No video, because we're not video kind of folk. We are audio only. Probably for a long time. No, that does it for this episode of the Back to the Past podcast. We hope you have enjoyed it. And until next time, when we get back from the past.
You will be turning this podcast off now. You have 3 seconds to comply.
The Lion's Den Podcast Network, powered by Stark Roofing. With over 45 years of experience in the roofing and exteriors industry, Stark Roofing is a local, family-owned and operated company that provides excellent customer service and workmanship. Let's Start Roofing. Bring your home back to life. You can give them a call at 636-671-0045 and tell them Spanky sent you. Stark Roofing, proud title sponsor of the Lion's Den Podcast Network and this amazing podcast presentation.